नमस्कार तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आयज 31 डिसेंबर आनी फाल्यां आमी एका नव्या वर्सान पावल घालतात. सो अशा ह्या दिसा आनी अशा वेळा भितर सद्याक गोंय एका वेगळ्या वातावरणांतल्यान वयता. गोंयान एक वेगळी परिस्थिती निर्माण जाल्या. गोंयान आयज जें कितें चल्लां ताचेर दरेकलो हुस्को उक्तायता. दरेकलो म्हणटा की कितें चल्लां, गोंय आमचें पयलीं कशें आशिल्लें आनी आयज कितें चल्लां गोंयान भितर. जमनी विकप चल्ल्या, कसिनोज आयल्या, बाकीच्यो सगळ्यो वायट गजाली आयल्यात आनी गोंय आपली वळख शेणयत चल्लां असो सगळो हुस्को सगळे उक्तायतात. मात तातूंत भितर एक नांव प्रामुख्यान जें आतां फुडें आयलां, तांणी फुडाकार घेतला आमचें गोंय साल्वार करया. आज जी कितें मदत जाय ती आपूण करपाक तयार आसा आनी तें म्हणजे अलाहाबाद हायकोर्टाचे आदले चीफ जस्टीस, गोंयचे सुपूत आदले गोंयचे आमदार बीन अशे फेर्दिन रेबेलो सर. सर तुमकां येवकार.
थँक्यू.
सो हांवें जशें म्हटलें की आमी आतां नव्या वर्सान पावल घालतात. 2026 फाल्यां 1 तारीख जानेराचो म्हयनो. बट ह्या वेळार भितर आमी जेन्ना पळयता, तुमी रिसंटली एक आवाहन केलां, लोकांक अपील केलां की आमकां गोंय साल्वार करपाक जाय आनी जें कितें आपले वटेन मदत जाय, जें कितें जाय, जमनीची झोन चेंजींग चल्ल्या, कसिनो चल्ल्या, हें पळोवन तुमी अस्वस्थ जाल्या. सो कित्या खातीर दिसलें की बाबा आपूण लोकांक एक उलो मारचो आनी लोकांक एक सांगचें म्हणून?
खरें सांगपाक जाल्यार हांव 50 वर्सां फक्त कायद्यान आसलो, लॉ, वकील, जुईज आनी आतां लिगल ओपिनियन दिता. आनी हांव म्हयन्या गोंय आसता. हांव गोंय परमनंट न्ही. डिसेंबर हांव आमकां एक तीन आठवडे आसतलो आनी जानेवारी म्हयन्याक. पूण गोंय कितें चलता तें एक 6-7 म्हयने जाले हांव उलयत आसा. कित्याक उलयता हांव? म्हजे मुखार 2 विचार आसात, ब्रॉडर इश्यूज.
करेक्ट.
एक, आमी आमचे फुडले पिळगेक जें गोंय आमी घेतलें कोंकणी भाशे लागून, प्रांता लागून, फ्रिडम फायटरान झगडलेत, तें गोंय आमी आमचे फुडले पिळगेक दवरतले की नाय, सांबाळटले की नाय. दुसरें, आमी आमच्या भुरग्यांक वॉट मॉरॅलिटी आर वी टिचींग देम?
करेक्ट.
Morality that everybody can be purchased, that there are no values, that if you are in political power you can do what you want at the cost of the people, local. So these 2 issues have been troubling me for a long time.
You are disturbed.
I have been disturbed for a long time. I know I can't be that active because of age factor otherwise, but I thought I must reflect what I find when I go around, when I meet people. Everybody speaks, but nobody is willing to. तो एक मुखार पावंड जो घेवपा जाय ती मुखार घालपा जाय न्ही,
सुरवात करपाक जाय.
कोण तयार ना. पीपल लोक म्हणटात आमकां भंय दिसता. सो आय सेड somebody must speak out. And I thought I have my only connection to Goa is my love for Goa.
Correct.
आमी कोंकणी चळवळेक झगडलेत. We fought not for that this would become an ideal state. आनी आमच्या भुरग्यांक आमचो बरो फुडार आसतलो म्हणून. That was the fight and for statehood. And we from all across, maybe there were some difference here and there, but आख्खें गोंयभर आमची चळवळ आसली. हजारांनी लोक आझाद मैदान येयलेत एक विश्वास घेवन की हें आमचें गोंय आनी हें गोंय सांबाळपाक जाय म्हणून. Now this is not happening. It is not happening because suddenly a different kind of atmosphere has generated. People with money bags are coming to Goa overnight. Just overnight purchasing paddy fields, and these paddy fields are overnight thereafter converted into residential or commercial zones. How is that possible? I do not know. So all these things have made me think, and therefore I reflected those 4 or 5 points as a general point, which I thought should be put before the people. Now these are my thoughts. We are meeting soon, and others will give their views. Based upon that, we propose to put up a charter. And my main issue, frankly, I'll tell you, is if our hills are going to be converted into residential zones, if our hills are going to be converted, what happens to the environment ecology of Goa? As it is, there is climatic change, and if there are no trees, what happens thereafter? Rainfall is going to be affected.
Climate
There'll be soil
soil
erosion.
Correct.
So all this is going to happen, and it's going to destroy our villages. And my second point was, how can we change the demography of our villages? आमची वाडी जी आसात न्ही, एक वाड्यार एक 20, 30, 50 घरां असतात. Now suddenly you are making plots, and एक 100, 50, 100 plot असतात. Means the entire village demography is going to change.
Correct.
And एक plot कोणाक आमच्या लोकांनी
गोंयकारांनी.
Goemkar, you are bringing in influx. So do we require that? Housing for the Goans, yes. Housing for tourism along a certain belt, yes. I expect that we are now a tourist state.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it has to be a tourism
Or it should be in a control manner.
in a control manner.
Correct.
We can't go on changing the hinterlands. Coastal belt, of course, had changed, but now we can't change the hinterland.
Correct.
So these are the issues which have been troubling me. So therefore I said, let me at least reflect
Correct.
and hope that others are going to come. Hopefully people have been contacting me from across, and I have said, people of every political party are free to join us. Not that anybody can be kept up, because
When it is a moment, all should be together.
All should be together.
Correct. So how is the response, sir, after you have appealed to the people? What is the response?
Response means, of course, the press has covered it intensively. There have been calls given by various NGOs. They are participating. I have spoken to other groups whom I knew from the old days.
Correct.
They will be participating. Some political leaders have met me, have spoken to me. Some will be meeting tomorrow. I want everybody to participate. But first and foremost, the government must understand that we are not here to fight anybody. We are here to make somebody realize the dangerous consequences of where we are going forward.
Correct.
The chief minister, the government should be the trustee for the people. Now you can't, after seeing what is happening in Arambol today, you can't ask people to come on the streets to fight for what is obvious: protection of their heritage, protection of their culture. So the duty of the chief minister, irrespective of what some cabinet ministers in his government may think, to see that the people's feelings are assuaged, protected, discuss with them, debate with others who would like to preserve some aspects of Goa. It can't be a long fight. In the sense, this is a matter where we can sit across, discuss, okay, the government may say this is not feasible. We may argue that this is feasible for reasons A, B, and C. Now, if the government gives a reasonable proposal and says, for this reason we can't, yes, we are willing to accept. But let us discuss, find a way out. Now, we have a plan prepared for 20, 30 years. Now, Now that plan is supposed to last for 30 years, and after 30 years going to be further revised. But आमगे किती जाता within this 20, 30 years, massive changes are going on by the section which have been introduced.
करेक्ट.
So I say remove these amendments.
Controversial sections which are there.
त्या काळात
काढा. हय.
I'm calling Goemkarak wants to construct some house.
ताका मेळपा जाय बाबडे.
You can put up an exception to
करेक्ट.
that
करेक्ट.
and allow him to construct.
सारकी.
But this massive change should not happen.
सो सर जेन्ना आमी तो मुवमेंट म्हणटा पळय, तुमकां लोक मेळ्ळे, तुमकां NGO मेळ्ळे, तुमकां पॉलिटिशियन मेळ्ळे, बट जेन्ना आमी मुवमेंट म्हणटा, तुमी तुमच्या भुरगेपणान जायते मुवमेंट्स केल्या, जायते एजिटेशनांनी वांटेकार जाल्या, यूथ फोर्साक तुमी कितें अपील करतले? कित्याक यूथ फोर्स होच पावरफूल आसता. आयज जर गव्हर्मेंटाक आमी बॅन करतले, तांकां तांचेर खंय तरी दबाव हाडटले, जाल्यार आमचे यूथ हे खंय तरी फुडें येवपा जाय.
Unfortunately, that is the missing link. I have been unable to contact with the younger generation.
Correct.
I've been trying to tell people, how do I contact the younger generation? Let me speak to them so that at least I can put forward what we are fighting for.
सारकी.
We are fighting for them.
करेक्ट.
जो आम आज झगडतात ते, it is for
फुडल्या पिळगे खातीर.
it is for their future and the future after that.
सारकी.
So they must be involved in this. So that and hopefully some people have said that I don't know. Earlier there should be strong student movements. So त्यहांत काय ना. It's all
कांय दिसना तशें.
this all politicalized. But even politicalized, at least youngsters, see, if there is a revolutionary, it is a youngster.
करेक्ट.
He is the one who can defy everything without thinking of the cost and consequences.
सारकें सर.
And through these youngsters, change takes place. Because in a society where youngsters don't fight, there can be no change.
It is a dead society.
It's a dead society.
Correct.
It is the youth that speak for the society and they speak for the future. So I want them to. So what I am now planning is, on the points that I have put forward, to prepare a short note on each of the points. So that it can be circulated in the colleges and the others.
Correct.
As to why we are fighting for this. So through your medium and other mediums, we have been able to explain. But at least in writing, what I speak with you is limited to a particular time frame.
Correct.
But the broader concepts of, for example, why forests should not be cut, why hills should not be developed,
Correct.
why a river should be kept clean, why the carrying capacity test must be done in villages before the projects are approved,
Correct.
why the concepts of sustainable development must be brought into a development process. So what we call intergenerational equity must be the factor now, which we must think about. The polluter pay principles are part of that. So various principles which you are articulating. So our youth understand that. Because you are right. Those people who have been fighting, they can't bring about a revolution.
Exactly.
Okay?
Correct.
The mass participation comes from when youngsters take part in the event. So it requires mobilization. So let us see how we can mobilize the youth.
Yes.
But before that, I would appeal to the Chief Minister. And on 9th of January, I happen to be ex-MLA.
Exactly.
It's a legislator's day.
Correct.
I would put up these thoughts down there also, so that sitting MLAs and ex-MLAs, I can put before them, they can have debate with me that day or some other day.
Other date. Correct.
So I will tell you, Governor Harmalkar now, when he was speaker, and that there Dusani Chaltale regarding special statehood for Goa. He called me to address the MLAs and ex-MLAs on this issue. I came, I spoke to them, and I said, what is the basis that you are asking for a special status in the Constitution? Because in the Constitution, special status has been given only to our border states, where India was fighting insurgency, say Nagaland, Mizoram. So to bring about the back integration within the Indian fold, we gave certain concessions.
Correct.
Now those concessions can't be given to the rest of the country. So yes, what is the other factor? Every state has got its own issues. Every state can't say give us special status. So we have to live together.
We should be practical.
We should be practical about certain things. But what I told them was that there is something called the land revenue code.
Exactly.
Other states don't allow non-agriculturists to purchase agricultural land.
Okay. But in Goa also there is a law also that
There are so many laws.
but they are not
But,
being
but
implemented.
every law is up to now tenant single judgment asar.
Ah,
I passed based upon the laws made by the government. But what do? They go back, catch hold of the tenant, file before the Mamladar negative declaration that he's not a tenant. The Mamladar does not check back on the old records because all the old Form 114 has inscriptions of the paddy produced except of the old days. They're consoina. And overnight, negative here that he is not a tenant. So that law does not apply.
अशें जाता गोंयांत.
No,
आणि तुम्ही पळयला स्वता.
Yes, this is a case after case. Everywhere, people have been telling me. So I've been telling them at least bring some cases of these matters. There are people, but everybody does not have that much of time to work up. People have that zeal, enthusiasm, spirit, but deep calm karpak.
Patience na.
Patience na. And sometimes this also requires resources. Let us be frank about it. Now, from where is that man who perhaps earns a living going to spend money?
Correct.
So that also.
Yeah. That is also the point.
But this has become. Now, Ramakant Khalab told me that is happening that side. And when we spoke,
Pernem taluka.
people are asking him, why are you working against us? So this is what is happening.
Correct.
If you go forward to do something, somebody thinks, but
मी तेच म्हणटा न्ही सर, तुम्ही बरें करपाक गेले जाल्यार तुमचेरूच येता.
So this is what is happening, unfortunately.
सो तुमकां हातून सगळ्यान भितर सर वे आउट दिसता. इज इट पॉसिबल टू सेव अवर गोवा इफ लायक मायंडेड पीपल एकठांय आयले, यूथ फोर्स एकठांय आयलो जाल्यार बी?
See, the word impossible is not there in my dictionary. Okay. The word impossible is not there in world history. So impossible is the people have fought, lost, risen and fought and won.
Correct.
So that's as long as that spirit is there, I will fight and go on fighting. It is possible.
It is possible.
But then we must see. I can't fight. I can't do that much. I can guide. I can bring in the legal acumen that I have. I can bring people together, articulate before youngsters, others. But there has to be a broader coalition of people who will come together. Hopefully now many of these people perhaps were not there in the earlier NGOs we are fighting. So if they come forward and there becomes a broader coalition,
It is possible.
It is possible.
सर बट आमी आतां जेन्ना लोकांची एक मानसिकता पळयता पळय, तांकां सगळ्या लोकांक फुकट जाय. तांकां लग्नाक पयशे पॉलिटिशना कडल्यान जाय, बारश्याक पयशे पॉलिटिशना कडल्यान जाय, खंयची टुर्नामेंट आमचे यंगस्टरूच वता आनी पॉलिटिशना कडेन हात पसरता की आमकां पयशे दिया, आमी क्रिकेट टुर्नामेंट करता, फुटबॉल टुर्नामेंट करता. हो थॉट किंवा हो जो पर्यंत चेंज जायना पिक्चर, तो पर्यंत इट इज मातशें डिफिकल्ट कशें दिसता तुमकां?
I had people.
कित्याक फाल्यां लोक जर तुमच्या कडेन आयले, तुमी काय दिवंक शकना तांकां लग्नाक पयशे, तांकां घर बांदपाक पयशे आनी कितें. सो हो सेक्शन जो एक आसा लोकांची ही जी मेंटेलिटी तयार जाल्या ती कशी चेंज करप?
So this is what I have been saying. You blame that man for corruption.
Correct.
But you don't understand why he is corrupt. He is corrupt because you all demand money from him.
Correct.
At time of elections or otherwise. Now he may distribute 15%, 20%, but the rest he pockets.
Correct.
And this money comes from where? This money comes from our illegal conversion of our lands in Goa, basically. Contracts, of course, yes, but this is a basic. So the system It's a larger question. Can we change the system? Because everybody one of my juniors told me was I will not like सकाळी घराकडे येता लोक बसतात म्हणून my wife is not well, पैसे जाय
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल,
बिल
वॉटर
ना
बिल.
पैसे आणि दिना जाल्यार तुका हांव दिसपाक दाखयता I will not vote for you. Now if this is the people's mentality, what happens? But then these issues can be kept aside and we can zero in on some limited issues which I have now tried to and work for those issues. So that is my this and the others who are trying to join and so this we are limiting ourselves to certain issues of a broader coalition. Whole society can't be changed. That is really not possible.
सो सर पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज आसा, ऑपोजिशन आमी पळयता, ऑपोजिशनूय तितलें स्ट्रॉंग ना. सगळे म्हणटात की ऑपोजिशन आनी रुलींग पार्टी आर टुगेदर म्हणटात. सो हें कितलें लोकशाही खातीर हें इट इज व्हेरी डेंजरस सायन न्ही सर?
It is always dangerous to have one party in power for a long time. See, democracy is resonant when there are various parties change, different perspectives. Otherwise, the man in power thinks that is there forever, and the administration thinks now they are there forever, and we have to do what they want. If there was a change of government, then this would not have happened. Then everybody would be thinking, why tomorrow somebody may come and work against me. So that is not happening. Therefore, change.
कम्फर्ट झोन जाला.
A change is always required in democracy. Today, one party is in power, one term, 2 term, possibly the next term, there has to be a change. And this is democracy. It is not it can't be one party rule. If it's a one party rule, we become once again monarchs. Formally, somebody votes some states, 99% vote for the same government every year. No, that is not democracy.
करेक्ट. सो तुम्ही सर एका टायमार इलेक्शन लढले, तुम्ही आमदारूय जाले, तेन्ना ही अशी सगळी मेंटॅलिटी लोकांची नाशिल्ली न्ही तुमच्या टायमार?
Our time there was this जनता wave and लोकच काम करताले. I had no money. I was just a young lawyer who had started I had no money in my pocket. Perhaps I may have spent some 3,000, 5,000 rupees, possibly maximum. But the rest, people contributed. So that was the kind of लोकांमध्ये उमेद असली की let us put this youngster in because he represents a party which has a different thought process than the previous party. So that thought process must be built upon. And then somebody asked me the last time about what do you think about? I said that is not for me to comment. That would be because I'll be going off my track and so let the people. But then they must know that they have a role to play.
सर कसिनोच्या बाबतींत तुमी हुस्को उक्तायला की जे कसिनो कल्चर सद्या गोंयांत चालू जाला तें सामकें हें घातक आसा म्हणून. बट ही कसिनो लॉबी सर सद्या गोंय सामकें चलयता कशें दिसता?
It is a very powerful lobby consisting of very powerful people in the country. Today we are only speaking about casino. See, casino is in law. It is called a commercial activity, raise extra commercium. It is not a commercial activity. It can only be done with the consent of the government.
Okay.
Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, called it a sin industry. Therefore, she put that sin tax. Now, that is okay, fine. But what I am saying is, you can't park the casinos in the Mandovi, destroy its ecology, estuary. That particular the river is full of E. coli. Well, when I was a lawyer, youngsters used to swim across. There used to be practically every Sunday.
Correct.
There would be youngsters swimming from that side to that Betin to Mandavi side. And I used to feel happy that youngsters are crossing that part. That's all. Now, how long can we be at the mercy of somebody said they generate so much of income? But generation of income is not the sole criteria. And as I put it, if it is bad for Goans, why is it good for other Indians? Are Goans not Indians? If it is bad for us, it's bad for them also.
Them also, correct.
So if you don't want to close, I can't take that political decision. But at least clear the rivers. Because the rivers are you are the trustee for the people, for the rivers.
Sorry.
Remove them from the rivers. Take them somewhere else. If you can't close, I can't fight that. That is the policy decision of that government.
Government.
But clear our rivers.
सो आतां सर हे सगळे मुद्दे घेवन तुमी आतां एक लोकांक अपील केला की आमी झगडुया पूण आसा तुमच्यांक जर कितें असिस्टन्स लागलो जाल्यार आपूण दितलो म्हणून. सो कितें अपील तुमी एकदां परत आमच्या युथाक लोकांक करपाक सोदता की फुडें येया, फाल्यां दबाव येवपाक शकता तांचेर, पॉलिटिशियनूय तांचेर दबाव हाडपाक शकता.
See, youth should not be afraid. And youth, once they decide, they are not afraid of the consequences. Our friends are here. I will not take the names. When they fought for the bus, they did not think of
फुडें कितें जातलें.
exactly. When I espoused the cause of Goemkars and went for 3 days in jail, I did not think what is going to happen to me tomorrow. But I fought it out. I never thought of the consequences. So youth, when you are young, to get that fight within you, you don't think of these consequences. So it's only question how to raise that,
Voice.
help the youth to understand themselves that what we are doing is not for our benefit. It's for them.
Future.
It's for
Full
them.
future. Sorry.
It's for them and their children.
Correct.
So how to get to them is something that we have to
वर्क अपॉन.
work upon.
येस. सो हे आशिल्ले फेर्दिनो रेबेलो सर. तांणी सांगलें की तांणी एक लोक चळवळ उबी करपा खातीर एक इनिशिएटीव घेतला, उलो मारला गोंयकारांक. सो तांणी अपील केला की आमचे जे यूथ आसा तांणी हातूंत भितर वांटेकार जावचे आनी फुडल्या पिळगे खातीर आमचें गोंय जें आसा तें सांबाळून दवरपा खातीर आतां जर हो मुवमेंट करूंक ना जाल्यार परिस्थिती हाती भायर गेल्लीच आसा, ती आनीक हाती भायर वतली आनी आमचें गोंय जें आसा फुडें तें आमकां दिश्टीय पडचें ना आनी तें खंय तरी अशें शेणत वतलें. सर तुमी आमकां वेळ दिलो आनी ही भासाभास आमी घडोवन हाडली, त्या खातीर आमी तुमकां देव बरें करूं म्हणटा
तू काय तुझे
आनी हांगाच थांबता. पळयत रावात दी वॉयस फॉर गोंय.